What inspired you to transition to full-time virtual coaching? And how does your background in dietetics and nutrition actually shape the way that you guide runners compared to others?
Yeah, so a multifaceted question, because it doesn't just come overnight like an epiphany, like I'm going to quit everything I'm doing and just do this. And so I feel like in some capacity, as mentioned before, I've been either mentoring or guiding from like a run capacity in since being young, whether that was being like one of the senior leaders in my high school or being like my team captain in college for the time that I was there, to managing a bunch of like college kids and young adults at the running store. And so I feel like my passion in a way has always been leadership and guidance, and then paired with my love for running, obviously that made a lot of sense. Working at the running store provided me obviously a ton of knowledge and time to spend cultivating that passion. But eventually got to the point where we were so busy, and then you have like COVID happen, and just like it's stressful when it comes to like global economics and just all that. And so eventually I had to decide, like, is this going to continue to be feasible for me and like my mental health and like my time. I didn't mention at the beginning, I am married to an incredible woman who also works a full-time demanding job. We've got 2 young kids, currently 4 and 6 years old, so we're in the thick of it, so to speak. And so I was finding myself working so much, at least having so much mental bandwidth and energy, sucked up into this incredible running store experience, that I was finding less of myself available for my family. And so how do I have more time for my family? They are first above everything else. And then also cultivate my love and passion for running and guidance and helping others. And so when I was introduced to the possibility of just coaching, obviously I mentioned I did that for a couple years before going full-time, to determine, like, is this really what we want to do? And with the support of Alicia, my wife, it was like, let's take that financial hit. Let's, drop your full-time job. Let's go on to coaching. It leaves me with enough time to be mentally and physically available for my family and my little kiddos, while also, doing what I love.
And you've been doing it successfully for 4 years now, so it worked out.